2026 Connecticut DMV Air Brakes Class B Test 225 questions and complete answers. Question 1. If you are braking on dry pavement while traveling at 55 miles per hour, how much distance will brake lag add to your overall stopping distance? Option A, 32 feet. Option B, 45 feet. Option C, 20 feet. The correct answer is option A, 32 feet. Explanation. The total stopping distance for vehicles equipped with air brakes is made up of four factors: perception distance, reaction distance, brake lag distance, and braking distance. When braking at a speed of 55 miles per hour while driving on dry pavement, the brake lag can add around 32 feet to the vehicle's total stopping distance. Question 2. If using spring brakes when hauling a heavy load, a complete stop will: Option A, be impossible. Option B, take a long time. Option C, take a short amount of time. The correct answer is option B, take a long time. Explanation. Spring brakes do not work on all axles. If your vehicle's spring brakes activate due to low pressure in an air brake system, your vehicle will need a longer distance to stop than usual, especially if you are carrying a heavy load. Question 3. What happens if brakes become too hot? Option A, they will become too smooth. Option B, they will harden. Option C, they may stop working. Option D, the air compressor will kick in to cool the brakes. The correct answer is option C. They may stop working. Explanation. If brakes are overused, they may overheat and stop working. This is referred to as brake fade. Question 4. An application pressure gauge shows: Option A, how much air pressure is being applied to the brakes. Option B, how much air pressure is available. Option C, how much air pressure is required to stop a vehicle. The correct answer is option A. How much air pressure is being applied to the brakes? Explanation. If a vehicle is equipped, an application pressure gauge shows how much air pressure is being applied to the brakes. This gauge can help a driver identify if their brakes are beginning to fade. Question 5. The leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle with air brakes should be no more than blank in 1 minute during a static leakage test. Option A, 8 psi. Option B, 5 psi. Option C, 3 psi. The correct answer is option B, 5 psi. Explanation. When performing a static leakage test on a triple combination vehicle with air brakes, the leakage rate should be no more than 5 psi in 1 minute. If the air leaks from the air brake system at a quicker rate, the vehicle should not be driven because something likely needs to be repaired. Question 6. Water and compressor oil are usually found in the compressed air within an air brake system. Water and compressor oil, option A, are necessary for the proper function of the air brake system. Option B, should be added if low. Option C, should be removed regularly. Option D, are not concerns. The correct answer is option C, should be removed regularly. Explanation. Compressed air in an air brake system usually contains a certain amount of water and compressor oil. The water and oil can damage the brakes if left to accumulate in the system. Manually operated air tank drains must be opened daily to remove this buildup. Question 7. The most common type of foundation brake used is the: Option A, S-cam drum brake. Option B, C-cam drum brake. Option C, G-cam disc brake. Option D, P-cam disc brake. The correct answer is option A, S-cam drum brake. Explanation. The most common type of foundation brake is an S-cam drum brake. Question 8. Using an anti-lock braking system ABS. Option A is required in some states. Option B shortens brake response time. Option C provides additional control. The correct answer is option C, provides additional control. Explanation. An anti-lock braking system ABS helps to provide additional control during hard braking, but does not necessarily shorten a vehicle's stopping distance. Question 9. To use the stab braking method, you should: Option A, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Option B, apply the brakes about halfway, but allow the wheels to keep rolling. Option C, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up and the vehicle stops. Option D, apply the emergency brake until the vehicle starts to slow. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Explanation. The stab braking method for emergency stops involves fully applying the brakes until they lock up. The brakes are then released until the wheels start rolling, and then the process is repeated. Question 10. Brakes can get out of adjustment quickly, especially option A, if they are hot. Option B, in the winter time. Option C, if they are used frequently. The correct answer is option A, if they are hot. Explanation. Brakes are particularly prone to getting out of adjustment if they are hot. Be sure to routinely check the adjustment of your brakes. For a vehicle to be safely controlled, all brakes must be properly functioning and adjusted. Question 11. If the spring brakes are activated, you should never. Option A, push down the brake pedal. Option B, open the hood. Option C, release air from the air storage tanks. Option D, open the door to the cab. The correct answer is option A, push down the brake pedal. Explanation. Never apply the brake pedal if your spring brakes are activated. Brakes can be damaged if they are subject to both springs and air pressure. Question 12. While operating on a downgrade, you should brake until you reach a speed that is option A, 5 miles per hour below your safe speed. Option B, 10 miles per hour below your safe speed. Option C, 15 miles per hour below your safe speed. The correct answer is option of 5 miles per hour below your safe speed. Explanation. While driving downhill, you should hold down the brake pedal until your vehicle reaches a speed 5 miles per hour below your safe speed, then release the brake pedal. Repeat this process. Question 13. When only the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS. Option A, there is a decreased risk of jackknifing. Option B, there is an increased risk of jackknifing. Option C, the brakes will not work as effectively as they would without ABS. Option D, the brakes will become more sensitive. The correct answer is option A. There is a decreased risk of jackknifing. Explanation. If a tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, but the trailer is not, the risk of jackknifing will be reduced and the driver should still be able to maintain steering control. If only the trailer is equipped with ABS, it is less likely that the trailer will swing out to one side. Question 14. What do the two systems of a dual air brake system share? Option A, hoses. Option B, an air compressor. Option C, air tanks. The correct answer is option B, an air compressor. Explanation. Both systems in a dual air brake system share a single air compressor. If the air compressor is damaged, neither system will be able to operate properly. Question 15. What can happen if the air pressure gets too low in an air brake system? Option A, the brakes may squeak. Option B, the brakes may stop working. Option C, the brakes may be sluggish. The correct answer is option B, the brakes may stop working. Explanation. Pressing and releasing the brake pedal unnecessarily can let air out of the braking system faster than the compressor can replace it. Air brakes may cease to work effectively if the pressure becomes too low. Question 16. The safety valve located on the first tank opens. Option A, regularly. Option B, if there is too little pressure. Option C, if there is too much pressure. Option D, after every stop. The correct answer is option C, if there is too much pressure. Explanation. In an air brake system, the first tank that receives compressed air has a safety valve that releases air if the pressure gets too high. It is usually set to open at 150 psi. If the valve must open, there is a fault in the system that should be repaired by a mechanic. Question 17. An air compressor governor will stop the compressor from pumping air once the air tanks have an air pressure level of option A, 125 psi. Option B, 100 psi. Option C, 150 psi. Option D, 80 psi. The correct answer is option A, 125 psi. Explanation. An air compressor governor will stop the compressor from pumping air once the air tanks are at an air pressure level of 125 psi. This air pressure level is referred to as the cutout level. Question 18. On trucks and buses, where are ABS malfunction lamps located? Option A, on the driver's door. Option B, on the instrument panel. Option C, on the outside of the vehicle by the passenger's door. Option D, under the hood. The correct answer is option B, on the instrument panel. Explanation. Tractors, trucks, and buses with anti-lock braking systems ABS have yellow malfunction lamps located on their instrument panels. Trailers have yellow ABS malfunction lamps on their left side, either on the front or rear corner. Question 19. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a single vehicle with air brakes is Option A, 3 psi in 1 minute. Option B, 6 psi in 1 minute. Option C, 8 psi in 1 minute. Option D, 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is option 3 psi in 1 minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A single vehicle with air brakes should have a leakage rate no higher than 3 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 20. To ensure normal stopping power, drivers of vehicles equipped with a front brake limiting valve should Option A, set the control to normal. Option B, set the control to the off position. Option C, set the control to neutral. Option D, keep the control at the halfway mark. The correct answer is option A, set the control to normal. Explanation. Some pre-1975 vehicles have a front brake limiting valve, which is normal in slippery settings. The idea behind these valves was to limit the air pressure available to the front brakes when driving on slippery surfaces, and thereby reduce the danger of a front wheel skid. Studies have found that this is not actually a concern, so if your vehicle has a front brake limiting valve, leave it in the normal position. Question 21. A low air pressure warning signal. Option A is not recommended on vehicles with air brakes. Option B is required on vehicles with air brakes. Option C is optional on vehicles with air brakes. The correct answer is option B, is required on vehicles with air brakes. Explanation. Any vehicle with air brakes must be equipped with the low air pressure warning signal. Question 22. To use the stab braking method in an emergency situation, you should Option A, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Option B, apply the brakes about halfway, but keep the wheels rolling. Option C, fully apply the brakes, let the wheels lock up, and hold the brake pedal down, keeping the wheels locked until the vehicle stops. Option D, apply the emergency brake. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Explanation. The stab braking method for emergency stops involves fully applying the brakes until they lock up. The brakes are then released until the wheels start rolling, then the process is repeated. Question 23. While driving downhill, you should brake until you reach a speed that is blank below your safe speed, then release the brake pedal. Option A, 5 miles per hour. Option B, 10 miles per hour. Option C, 15 miles per hour. Option D, 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option 5 miles per hour. Explanation. While driving downhill, you should hold down the brake pedal until your vehicle reaches a speed 5 miles per hour below your safe speed, then release the brake pedal. Repeat this process. Question 24. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is Option A, 10 psi in a minute. Option B, 8 psi in a minute. Option C, 6 psi in a minute. Option D, 4 psi in a minute. The correct answer is option C, 6 psi in a minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 25. Brakes may get out of adjustment. Option A, if they are too hot. Option B, in colder weather. Option C, if they are used. Option D, if they get wet. The correct answer is option A, if they are too hot. Explanation. Brakes can get out of adjustment quickly, especially if they are used to the point of overheating. Brake adjustment should be checked frequently.